Good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are. As always, like every other week, we will analyze the DXY and some of the major pairs that we will be, trading going into next week. But before we start with it, we will first look at the Forest Factory and see what will be happening, in terms of news to the markets and what to be expecting going into the next week. Okay, so let's check it out real quick. So, like we see here, on Monday, there is nothing to be traded in terms of news, but we see from Tuesday till Friday, we're having a lot of, red folder news. Wednesday and Thursday will be the most, the most busiest day for the dollar pairs, for all of them. If you trade EURUSD, Pound USD, AUDUSD, NZDUSD, gold, silver, all of them, because they're all, dollar correlated. But on Tuesday, Tuesday mainly, we're having, pound and euro news that we should be looking out for. And on Friday, we're having, major news for the pound yen, for the Japanese yen. So we should be looking out for that one too. But Tuesday and Wednesday will be the most difficult and most, intensive day to be trading when you're trading the dollar pairs. Okay, so with this out of the way, let's look at DXY and talk about what to expect going into next week. So on DXY right here on the weekly time frame, what you see is price really, closed barely above last week's high, right? Giving us this long wick to the upside. It kind of resembles what happened right here. Okay, so right here, price gave us this, kind of a weekly candle, dropped back the next week and came into that fair value gap on the weekly time frame. As we also see right here, this week formed the fair value gap on the weekly that we are also having right here. So going to next week, what I would like to see is I would like to see price come low into this place, and then from here I would like to see price push back to the upside, okay, to go for this high and also this high too. Okay, the main target is to go for this one. Okay, but I don't know if that one, we'll be getting this bigger move going into next week. But what I know is when price comes into this fair value gap on the weekly time frame, I would like to see buys coming in from these places to the upside. Okay, that's what I'm looking for going into next week. My main target is to the upside, so any buys from this level is good for me. Okay, any buys from this level is good for me to the upside. Let's check on the daily. So on the daily time frame, what you're having is price came on Monday. We opened, price came into this liquidity void again, and it acted as a break and retest. It came, retested it, and pushed to the upside, and we caught the move to the upside. And after that, we saw price also tap this liquidity void again right there, and then from there, push back to the downside. So right here on Thursday, we saw price also tapping this fair value gap on the daily time frame. It tapped it, and then it gave us another move to the upside. Okay, because we had, it was a bullish day, so Friday was supposed to be a bullish day too. We saw price barely went to the upside, and then from there it came back inside of the range and closed barely above the previous week high right here. Okay, so on the 4-hour, what you're having right now, this one, on the 4-hour, what you're having right now is you're having this kind of kind of rangy markets right here. So as I said, going to next week, what I would like to see is I would like to see price come here again around these levels, and then from here look to buy to the upside. It's either buy from here to the upside, or you either try to buy it from here to the upside. Okay, so these are the two main levels, two main zones that we will be buying from. Okay, it's either around this level or around this zone right here. Okay, because we're having this fair value gap on the weekly, like I've already explained before. So if price comes inside of it, look for some longs to target these highs too. Okay, let's go to AUDUSD. And before we start with AUDUSD, I would like to show you guys some of the trades that we caught in the group. So if you're not in the group, then you're missing a lot. You're really missing a lot. Like, let me show it real quick. So right here on US30, right here, we caught this beautiful move, right? And it was on Monday. As you see, it was a, I think 6-hour or 7-hour trade, right? Price really came down low, and eventually it came really low. Yeah, there's it, the trade. That was a 7-hour trade, right? Complete, like full trade. Also we caught another move on EURUSD, which was a 14-hour trade, right? This move right here, and this move we caught it really by using that kind of volume imbalance break and retest that I was talking about on DXY. If you look right here on the 4-hour, as I said, price came low to this volume imbalance. The volume imbalance, right? Price came to that volume imbalance, tapped it, and then pushed to the upside. Okay, so as soon as we saw this, I alerted the members that we will be taking some shots on EURUSD, and as you guys also saw, we took that shot to the downside, which was a very beautiful trade with the members. Quick 13-hour trade on Monday, and then we are done for the day. You get it? This was a before photo, and as you see, there's the completed image right here. We also caught this CHF JPY trade, which was a 20-hour trade. This one alone is I think 7 hour, and then the scale in trade was a 13-hour trade. So something like this can also be caught inside of the group if you're with us. Okay, you also use CHF. I also sent it out right here, right? There's the move. If you go right here, you see that I updated the members. The price will be falling from here to the downside. Okay, I updated them. If you go right here, let me check it real quick. And this was the follow-up idea too. Okay, around this level, we will see price also push from here to the downside to these levels. And if you go back to the chart, you see that price really did that. Price really did that. Let me show you guys. Here's the CHF right here. So when price was around this level, I alerted them the price would be falling from here to the downside to these levels. And as we see, price really did that. And yeah, some of the members got the move, but these are all of the types of trades and updates that I give in the membership. So if you are not in the membership, then I mean, you should join us because we are really catching moves. So join us and let's all catch the moves together. Okay, so again, right here on if you go to the past setups, you see that you really caught a lot of moves. Pound USD also we caught this 4-hour trade to the downside, right? And again, we also caught I called this move Euro Pound, as you see, from this level to the upside, right? And it can also go to the upside again. And if you go and check it, you see that it's right here. Okay, I call it to the upside from here to the upside. Okay, and we're also even looking at some longs coming in from these places to the upside. Okay, and I said price can easily push from here to the downside, and as you see, price push first to the downside first, and then from here push to the upside. If you go on the chart, you see that price really did that on Euro Pound. Okay, I give updates regarding everything, like so that when you're entering trade, you know that this one can easily happen. Okay, so we saw price push to this right here. So if you saw that update, then you could have even taken this trade to the upside. Okay, this trade to the upside, then you target this high, right? These are kind of the updates that I give, and some of the trades that you can get when you're using those updates to kind of trade in your favor. Okay, we are having liquidity line right below here, and price really came low, took it out, and then pop back to the upside. Okay, so if you're not in the membership, then I mean, you're really missing a lot. So be sure to check it out. If you join the Discord, EURUSD2 right here, I did everything, and I also updated them that price could also go to the upside. So all of these things I also update members. Okay, so right here on Friday we also caught this beautiful 6-hour trade. It was in total 8-hour, right? But because the markets were closing, I just closed my trade fully around TP2 right here. You caught this sell to the downside. Okay, so these are all of the things that you can get in the membership when you're inside of it. Okay, and if you're in the free Discord group, then you could also get something like this. Pound cut. I sent it out to you guys to keep an eye on it around this level. The price will be coming low, right? And as you see, price has really come low, taken out this low, as I said it would be doing, right? And I'm giving even a follow-up idea that price will be doing going into the next week or the coming weeks. You get it? So if you're not in the Discord group or in the mentorship, then you're really missing a lot. Okay, so again, let's check our chat and try to analyze the EURUSD and AUDUSD going into next week. Okay, so you have already talked about DXY, what price will be doing going to next week, the idea that you're having and stuff like that. So we use the same kind of idea to go on AUDUSD, EURUSD, Pound USD, and NZDUSD. Okay, so for AUDUSD, what I really want to see is on the daily time frame, price really came into this kind of daily POI. It tapped inside of it and it's kind of rejecting to go to the downside. Okay, and some people are waiting for price to come to these extreme levels, but as with how price moves, it doesn't really always come to the extreme levels. Okay, it doesn't really always come to the extreme levels. Price just moves, and you just have to get the sense of where price will be going, and then you just trade with the trend. You don't have to be waiting that you don't have to be waiting for those extreme levels to come and hit for for you to get into your trade. Okay, so going into next week, what I would like to see is I would like to see price coming into the equilibrium of this whole range from this high to this low. I like to see price come there around this level, and then from here look to sell the market to the downside. Okay, as we see there's a target, and I've already kept it there. We're having this, daily imbalance there that I would like to see price come in and trade inside of it. On the weekly time frame, there isn't any kind of weekly order block, weekly fair value gap there, but I would like to see price come up and take out this weekly high, take it out, and from there we can see some kind of ICT 30 soup happening, and then from there look to sell the market to the downside. Okay, so again, you can either trade as soon as price take out this high, okay, or you can just wait for some confirmation trades around these levels, and then from there look to sell the market to the downside. But overall, my idea is I'm expecting price to come right here and see some sells go into the downside, and the targets will be these lows that are right here. Okay, because people are buying from here expecting price to go to the upside, but the overall bias is that price should be continuing low to go and take out this low. Okay, so even if you are like a swing trader, you can even hold your trade for 2 weeks or something like that to target these lows, because price will be coming for these lows on the long run. Okay, so that will be it for AUDUSD. For EURUSD, what I'm really looking for going to next week is kind of similar to how to what I'm expecting for AUDUSD. For AUDUSD, you are expecting price to come to the 50%, and then from there look to sell the market. And for EURUSD, it's kind of similar thing. We're expecting price to come to the 50% also, and then from there look to sell the market to the downside. What price can also do is it can also come into the 79% or the 70% around this level. Okay, and then from here you can look to sell the market to the downside. So we are basically having two kind of options: either sell around this level or sell around these levels. Okay, but I don't really expect price to go that deep there. Only I'm expecting price to come to these levels, either take out this high, that old high that I have marked up right here. Let me see. Either expect price to come up and take out this high, and then from there look to sell the market to the downside. But overall, what I'm expecting is I'm expecting price to come into that weekly fair value gap, and then from there look to sell the market to the downside. Okay, so keep an eye on it, and if price will be doing that, then we will be having a very wonderful and great week to trade. And as I said on Forest Factory, Wednesday and Thursdays, Wednesday and Thursday will be the most not difficult, but most alarming day to trade, because Thursday we're having this unemployment claims news. Thursday is only full of USD news. So Thursday, and Thursday you should really keep an eye on it, because the reversal on EURUSD may happen on Thursday, because with what I've seen most of the times, reversal happens on Thursdays and on Wednesdays. Okay, so keep an eye on this news. Yeah, and Tuesday too, you're also having this one too. So Tuesday, also keep an eye on this USD news too. Okay, but the most important day will be Thursday. Okay, so with this in mind, you just try to capture that move to the downside. The overall bias is to the downside. On the 4-hour time frame, what price is doing right now is it can either push from here to the downside one more time, or price can easily give us this move to the upside. But if you just don't want to do anything, just wait for price to kind of take one side out, right? And then from there look to continue trading it to the upside. And around these levels, you can look for sales to the downside. But the overall bias is, if price comes here, I'll look to sell it to the downside, and if price comes here to this target, I'll look to fade the move to the upside. Okay, something like this around here, and then I'll look to continue with a sell to the downside. Okay, the targets will be this daily order block inside of it, or to target this low, same as on AUDUSD. Okay, for pound USD was a very wonderful week. It gave us this beautiful daily candle, and going to next week, I would like to trade sells from here, either from this other block on the daily time frame or from this POI around here. Okay, as you see, we're having this daily fair value gap sitting right here. On the weekly, let me see, we're also having this kind of weekly fair value gap similar to EURUSD. Yeah, it's very similar to EURUSD. Okay, so if price comes inside of that weekly fair value gap, we may see price rejection it to the downside, or we may see price going up right here one more time, and then from there drop to the downside. It's kind of similar to what's really happened right here, right? similar thing, same thing that I'll be looking going into next week for this pair too. Okay, same move. I mean, nothing really complicated. And what you have to do is really find the buyer. I mean, find the entry and then try to trade it to the downside. Okay, so the overall bias is you are coming to the downside to target this other block on the daily time frame, or to come for this low, same as on EURUSD and on AUDUSD. Okay, NZDUSD, similar to all of the pairs that we have talked about. On NZDUSD, what I'll be looking for is I would like to see price come to this level, right? Because you are also having that kind of daily fair value gap. Come there, and then from there look to sell the market to the downside. The target would be to target this low and also this low for the long run. Okay, so if you're buying around this level, expecting price to go to the upside to this extreme order block or this one, then you'll be waiting for a longer time. Okay, just trade with the trend, and if the trend changes, then you'll be, I mean, looking for that kind of move to the upside. But for now, the trend is still intact. The trend is still trading to the downside. So just trade the sells to the downside. Okay. The overall bias is you're coming to the downside. So just trade with it. On the 4-hour time frame, price is really inside of this. Price took out this low. So you can either trade with the continuation to the downside, or you can just wait for price to take out this one, give you the move, and then push to the upside. And then from here, same as on EURUSD, look for the sells to the downside. If you use confirmation entry, or if you be using some small risk to enter, stop loss just above this high, or I don't know, like just your entry. Okay, just your entry. But if you want the refined entry and guidance to that, then you can join the mentorship. The Discord is there. We provide you with a lot of knowledge. Okay, so if you need any help in finding those kind of entries, as you see in my past setups, those sniper entries and everything like that, then you can contact me via Discord, or via my personal accounts on Instagram, and then we kind of add you in. I mean, add you to the members, and then we trade together. Okay, but I mean, these are all of the things that I'm looking for going to next week. And also pound cut. Where is it? Pound cut 2. I told you guys to also keep an eye on it. So for pound cut, what I really want to see is going into next week, I'm not going to catch a falling knife. Okay, but as you see, price is currently right now inside of this kind of daily UI right here. Okay, I'm not saying price will, I mean, start pulling to the upside from here. Price can do that, right? I mean, trading is based off of probabilities, and price can easily do that and push from here to the upside. But I'll rather wait for some kind of exhaustion, right, and then look to fade the move to the upside. But I'll not be trading this one. I don't like to trade against the trend. And I started trading, I did that, right, and I didn't really see any bigger improvement in that. But the best place, I mean, when you're trading with the continuations, when you're trading with the trend, you tend to win bigger than trying to catch the fallen knife. But I mean, you can try to catch it, right? You can try to catch a move to the upside. We're having this 1-hour order block right here where you could look to buy from. But as I said, it's a very dangerous and very risky trade. But if price was to provide you with that kind of reversal or change of character, then you can look to buy to the upside. Okay, and the places that I'll be watching will be around this level. Okay, because on the daily time frame, you're having this kind of daily POI around this level. Okay, and if price was to come there again, look for some sells from here to the downside, either from this place right here to the downside, or from the extreme POI right here to the downside. Okay, but the main objective is that we are coming to the downside. So any place around this level, you can look to sell the market to the downside. Okay, this will be the kind of pair that I would like you guys to go into next week to keep an eye on. And yeah, hopefully it plays out very, very well. If you need guidance, as I said, in finding those entries and stuff like that, just contact me via Discord, or just join the Discord group, and then I'll try to guide you into finding all of those kind of entries. But I think that'll be all for today. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching. Like, comments, and subscribe to the video, and share this video with your friends so that you can also help them. And yeah, that'll be all. I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully we all have a very wonderful week going into the new week. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys next week. Bye.